welcome back to Bachelor Buzz, everyone. The best place to come for recaps on your favorite reality TV dating show and the latest in Bachelor Nation news. We're your hosts, Arena
and Julia, and today we are going to be talking about the Men Tell All episode. Got the men together from Jenn's season.
Oh, guys, did you forget some of them?
Yeah.
Because they're here.
They're here. And, we saw some of our favorites and some of our not so favorites.
Yeah. Yes.
But it was definitely a thrilling episode. It was great. So we'll just kind of go into it. We're going to do kind of a recap, kind of just like talk about what happened. Obviously, like there was a lot of talking. We're not going to go through everything, but hopefully we'll hit on the important points.
Like Jenn telling off Sam M. Yeah.
Yes. And something else that was unique about the show is that it did show the final rose ceremony results from the previous episode. We did already recap the full episode, including the rose ceremony results, in our last episode. And so if you want to catch up with those, make sure you don't miss our last episode. To sum up, she let Jonathan go home.
Yeah.
Sad. She professed her love to Marcus. Yes. And in this episode, we do see she tells Devin, I freaking love you, idiot. She says. It was a very awkward conversation that started off with him spiraling, and then I think we just we talked about it in the last episode, but we kind of felt it was a little bit like, well, I gotta tell him I love him or he'll leave, but again, listen to the last episode if you want to hear what we thought. But so we see the final rose ceremony. We know now Jonathan is no longer in the running, so he is coming up later in the episode of Men Tell All. But probably the best part of the entire episode was the beginning when Grant Ellis, it was shown him calling his mom to tell her that he is the next Bachelor.
Grant.
She's so excited for him. Yeah, it was really cute.
We're so excited. Grant can't wait for it to start, but we still have a lot of Jenn left. And of course, Golden Bachelorette coming up, but excited for Grant.
Yes. And if you do want to know more about him, he did a Bachelor happy hour episode, the Vile Files episode. He's been here and there on the podcast scene. So check out those episodes to learn more about him. I feel like I learned a lot more about him, which was cool. But yes, we're very happy for our Bachelor.
And I'm sure that they'll be going hard with him after Golden Bachelorette wraps up.
Yes, we'll see lots more of him.
Yeah, and he's going to start filming his season next month, guys.
Oh my God.
It's already here. I think they're going to be back at the regular mansion too. So let's see who his ladies are, because they'll probably release it too, like they've been doing now. The official cast. So we'll see how many ladies he gets. We'll see who they are.
I may or may not have submitted one of my best friends.
I'm so excited.
May or may not. We'll see. We haven't heard back from Bachelor, but she's like perfect for it, guys. But at the end, it has to be, they're going to choose someone they think Grant will like. So that's the thing. You can't always predict that. I know. I like her. She's amazing.
That would be really great. So we'll see, guys. Stay tuned.
I know. How awesome would that be to have like an insider to this process? Like, obviously, if she told me anything, I would keep it on the DL. I wouldn't tell anyone. She may not even tell me, but like, it will be so awesome to find out what really goes on. Which, also side note, sorry to go off on tangents, everyone, but have you guys and Arena, have you seen the show Unreal?
Oh my gosh, I've heard of it. I have not seen it.
So it's on Netflix now. I always wanted to watch it. I was like, whoa, like it's a show about, it's kind of like it's not even, I guess it's a spoof. I don't know, but it's like a show based off of like The Bachelorette. It's called Everlasting, I believe. And it's like a drama series, so it's not funny. I thought it was going to be like kind of quippy, but
Yeah.
it's definitely not. And honestly, like I don't recommend it. I was very turned off by it, to be honest. I was like, this makes me scared that this is actually how The Bachelor is. I didn't like it. So it aired on Lifetime in 2015. So it's an older show. Maybe this is how Bachelor used to be, but I believe it's better. And
We hope.
yeah, I do think it's better now. Or just better than this show. There's just
Yeah.
really messed up things that happen on this show, and it like doesn't quit. It's just like every interaction you're left with this like horrible taste in your mouth. I'm like, ugh,
And
I don't
it
recommend it.
must be better too because also like the showrunner or the original creator and
Right.
showrunner is no longer with the show anymore, and a
Yeah.
bunch of people like came off the show and they have new showrunners. So, like you said, it is better now. So
Yeah. Okay, so moving on. So we saw Grant talk. We kind of caught everyone up about the rose ceremony. We do see, gosh, man, I talked a lot about the rose ceremony. Oh man.
well, we had like
We talked about the men. I think the first person they pulled up was Sam M.
well, they talked to Aaron Herb too
Oh
before that. He
yeah.
didn't go up though, but he was.
Right. They kind of dug at him
They
about that
did. That
book.
was, but he kind of like set himself up for that. So
You know what was interesting?
his
They
brother.
asked him, like, who are you talking about when you said
Mhm.
they weren't there for the right reasons? And he mentioned Spencer.
Later,
Everybody
yeah.
flipped out and they were like, Spencer of all people? No. We
Yeah.
refuse to believe that. He also said Devin. Who
And
else did he
one of the
say?
Sams. I don't remember which
Probably
one.
both.
Probably, yeah. Um,
Um,
but
yeah,
yeah,
like
he
they
just,
were just like, why would you say that? And like
mhm,
you're wrong, like,
yeah.
you know,
Oh, and the whole book thing, like even his
yeah, the
twin
book.
brother Noah, who was
Oh
there with
my God,
Abigail.
Noah
Oh,
and
and
Abigail.
Ivan too. Ivan, who's also on
Yeah,
Tayshia's season along with Noah. And oh, and behind them, let's not forget Charity and
royalty.
Dotton. Okay,
Yes.
but this is about the mental health for Jen. So yeah, so even Noah was
That
like,
was a
"You're
fun
my twin brother.
part.
We're from the same womb, but you shouldn't tell other
The book
people
was not it.
how to."
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, "That happened to me, and that is not what you need to do." And I was like, "Yes, Noah. Yes. Sometimes you need to hear it from family or a good friend to get it."
Aaron acted like he didn't realize the parallel. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
I didn't
I
realize
guess
my
that
brother
happened to
was
my
going
brother
through.
too. Like, what?
Really?
I mean,
Oh
either he
no.
really didn't know. It's either he did it
Mhm.
knowing, being
Mhm.
like, this is kind of funny,
Yeah.
or he really didn't know and he just
Yeah.
did what the producers told him to do because they knew it
Yeah.
would be funny,
Of course.
you know?
Yeah. To the twin
So,
brother. Come on.
but I think everyone kind of like came away from that being like, yeah, Noah, you're full of I mean, not Noah,
Yeah.
Aaron, you're full
Yeah.
of shit. Like, I think they were just kind of like,
He's definitely very different
yeah,
from. Well, I don't know, very different, but he seems different from his brother Noah. And we're
yeah.
big fans of Noah and Abigail.
I know her book comes out soon, The Deaf
Yeah.
Girl. Check it out,
Yes.
everyone.
So
And they're so cute. He's so supportive.
they
Like,
are.
we'll like post something about her and
Yeah.
he'll literally be like, "Oh my God, thanks for sharing." And I'm like,
I
"This is
know.
your fiance. You haven't seen this post? Like, she posted this." It's like cute though. Or he'll
It's
be
so,
like,
yeah.
"Wow,
It's so
thanks
genuine.
for letting me know that she did this." And
Yeah. And it's, like, so
you're
genuine,
welcome.
and the fact that he's, like,
Yeah.
actually telling us thank you, it's like, "You're so nice." Like, you
I
don't even
know, it's
have
so
to
cute. We're just
respond.
fast. We're just really quick with posting. And
Yeah.
we're like tagging him the first one and he's like, "Thank you. I needed to know this." He's like, "I almost crashed my car trying to look at the thing you just posted." I'm like, "Your fiance posted it."
And
Whatever,
can
but
I
it's so cute.
say, I love that there are some Bachelorette alumni that are looking at our post, but not while you drive, guys.
Mhm.
Be
Yeah.
safe out there. Don't look at your phones. Drive your
Yeah.
car. Wait until
Do
you
not
get
disturb,
pull over. Pull over. Yeah, do not disturb. But you can always pull over in parallel park or park somewhere and look at our posts and like them. Thank you.
especially if it's a video or a reel.
Yes, please.
There's
We appreciate
talking,
it.
captions, slow
Yes.
down. Wait for a stoplight.
Yes. It's not worth it.
Be,
We appreciate you.
be mindful. I will.
Yes,
I have that demure thing in my head. It lives rent free. So I'm just always like, be mindful.
I love that.
Be demure.
Oh, guys.
Okay.
So
What
back
else
to Manta.
happened?
And Jen, yeah.
Yes. There were just like other calling out that I
Yeah,
thought was kind of
Thomason.
good. Yeah.
Mm,
I think people called Thomas Wynn out a little bit, being like, you were
mhm,
kind of like the minion. And
mm.
I was glad they said it because that's how I
Yeah.
felt too.
Yes.
But, in the end, it's like he didn't really do that much
No,
bad. So it's like, whatever.
no.
I feel like he'll definitely be on Paradise.
Yes. They need
Um,
that person that's gonna be riling things up. Sorry.
yeah. Yeah. And then let's just talk about Sam M.
Sam.
They're like, Sam M, let's get you in the hot seat.
Yeah.
And
Jen told him off too.
she told him
Whew.
off.
She was like the intellectual stuff too, like where she was like, we're obviously on different intellectual. I was like, oh
Emotional,
my
intellectual
word.
levels. I know.
I was like,
She was
okay.
like,
Oh my
she was like, the
gosh.
man that I saw on TV was the man that sat in front of me the whole time. Like, don't try and say that you're like this different person.
And your family to
Take
me, like,
accountability.
yes. Oh my
Um,
gosh. My
I will
husband was
say that
like,
he did.
what?
Yeah, I will say that he did see like the words he said seemed rehearsed, but
Mhm.
they did convey like, oh, I'm learning. I'm going to learn from this. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to be better. But like, come on, are you really, Sam? Like,
Or just, do you
how
want
old
to
are
get
you,
on into
dude? You've never had this feedback before.
well,
But
maybe people have just been like, hey, you're great his whole life. Who
I mean,
knows?
his parents they're like,
And his
he can
best
do
friend's
no
like,
wrong. It was all editing. And it's like, no, it wasn't any
you
editing.
can't
And that's
edit
why
that
Jenn
type
was
of.
like, I have to say this.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't editing.
I'm glad she
You
did that.
are who you were.
I'm glad she did
Uh,
that. I was like, yeah.
yeah. And she's
Um,
like, the way you treated the other guys,
yes, I love that
so
she's
disrespectful.
mm-hmm.
So like huffing and
Puffing,
puffing
puffing.
all the time.
Yep, it's true. So there was that. And honestly, guys, I'm gonna be honest, I dipped out at points in this episode. Not because I was like, it's not worth it, but it's just been a long week, guys. So,
Yeah.
my amazing
No, I feel
co-host
like,
here is picking
oh,
up
I'm
where
carrying the
I take
team.
over, where I
Like
hand
with
over.
my little satchel. Like
I know.
I'm trying, guys. Okay, so what else happened though? Jonathan spoke, and
Oh yeah.
that's where we learned that he really did fall in love with Jenn. He
Mhm.
was like, I actually did have a moment of clarity the night before the rose ceremony, like
Mm.
after she left or something, where he was like, wow, the only person I want to be with right now is Jenn. And
Oof.
he realized in that moment, like, I am in love with her. Like, she is
Mhm.
the one for me. But I mean, he said it before, like, it was too little too late.
Yeah.
He recognizes that. Now, do I believe that? Maybe not. I don't really think it was
Maybe he
him. I
thought
don't
he
think it was a
was.
yeah, but I think in the end, like, she
Caught him
just
off.
liked Marcus and Devin more.
Oh yeah, she did.
Like, I don't think him telling her, "Oh, I'm in love with you," would have changed that much.
You have a good point, actually. Because we know she definitely loves Marcus and is head over heels. And she's definitely more there with Devin. Especially because he has
Devin has
always
just
been
been
so
so yeah.
upfront with how he feels about
And I
her.
feel like he has like, I feel like Jonathan, it's a little bit of friendship vibes.
Mm,
Um, just because they do have so much, like, fun, but with Devin, she can be, like, serious with him
that's
too.
right.
And they talk so much about the future and stuff, so, like, I feel like he's a little bit more, like, deeper with her.
Mm,
Um, but yeah, I just got the feeling that she just wasn't as in as Jonathan. Uh, so it's sad, but like he just did so many cute things where it's like, he ranked all the dresses she wore. Like
yeah.
that is just like husband stuff, I think. I feel like that's something my husband would do. Like,
Oh,
oh, my favorite dress that you wore was like this dress or whatever. Like
oh,
it's just
that's
sweet that
cute.
they like pick up on that stuff.
My husband does not.
No.
Unless it's
But
like I
everyone's
wear it
different.
again and he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I really love that." But it's not like he
True.
will specific, and that's okay. He won't
Yeah.
specifically like be like, "Oh, yike, I really liked that." Well, no, he does that a little bit. It's different. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't
He
think
has
my
other great
husband
talents too.
remembers, but I think he might be like, oh, like, I don't know. I just feel like it just seems like a husband move. I don't know. It just
Yeah,
seems like
no, it
something
is.
that like
It
someone
is.
who really loves you and like
Pays
stands you.
attention. Yeah.
Yeah, pays attention.
Yeah.
Exactly. And yeah, they just it's sad, but I do think that there's better things on the horizon for
Yeah.
him. And we did get a fun announcement. He
Woo-hoo.
will be on Bachelor in Paradise.
He'll be on the beaches of paradise in 2025, guys. And can I
Yes.
tell
Oh,
you,
I'm a
I am
steer away.
so excited for Bachelor in Paradise to
Me
come back.
too.
There's so many
Yes.
people I want to see on the beach.
It's
And
gonna be great.
it's
I'm
gonna be
so
great.
excited.
It's gonna be, and I feel
That
like they're
recap
gonna bring
is
it.
gonna be lit. And also, Raina, it's
Yes.
like 2 days in a row, I think. So we're gonna have a lot of content, a lot of meetings.
Oh my gosh. And
Yes.
summertime, usually like I go east, so
Oh my God, we'll be together.
this could
We
be
should go to
amazing.
the beach. We should go
Oh
to
my
Mexico.
gosh. How
That'd
cool
be
would that be to
fun.
be like on the beach and doing it and like
Oh my God.
or like oh my
On this paradise. Wow,
gosh.
I cannot sing. I'm sorry, everyone. That was bad. Um, but
You got it.
okay,
You
so we
got it.
learned that yeah, Jonathan's gonna be on Paradise.
Yes.
Yay.
Yay, Jonathan.
And then later on we see Hakeem. I don't know, let's just talk about that. Hakeem comes
Hakeem.
up and they're like, Hakeem, you are fearless. Let's put a spider on you. And he lets it crawl on his like leg for a second and then they take it away. But they're like, wow, you did it. You know,
What was the point?
would you like to come to
I
paradise?
know. They will just always
And
mess with that
yes.
poor man. Never tell them
Oh,
your fears, guys. If
it's
you go
like,
on this show, never be
don't,
honest about your fears when you fill out that questionnaire. You say something you
don't
care nothing about.
something you like. Yeah.
Yes.
I fear
Yes.
kittens.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
cats freak me out. Like, and you love cats or dogs. Ah, but you love puppies and dogs. Yeah.
Right.
Don't be honest, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, it honestly just
Because they
backfires
will,
every time.
yes, they will any chance they get. Yes.
Evil laugh.
Poor Hakeem.
Um,
He's gonna be fun on Paradise.
yeah.
Oh, Hakeem.
All right, I'm looking at my notes. Oh my God, we missed the part with Sam when, okay, literally when he called her dull, he tried to backtrack it and he says, well, her eyes are usually so like energized and there's just always like brightness. And like that day, her eyes were it was actually her eyes that were dull.
What?
This man and everything he had said about like, oh, I'm working on myself. Oh, like, I'm trying to learn. Literally all just evaporated in that moment when he said, no, I was talking about her eyes, guys. Her eyes were actually dull. And everyone was just kind of like,
Oh,
what? You are
Sam.
so DUMMMM. Like,
Sam.
what?
Sam. Do you think he'll be on
And
Paradise?
then oh, I hope not. Please no.
They're missing an
Maybe
opportunity.
like next year, Paradise. Like it's too fresh. Um, and then this is the other bonkers thing that Sam said. Jeremy jumps in and says, maybe you wanted Daisy and Maria instead. Like, just be honest. Maybe that's who you were like hoping for. And he says, no, actually, I was talking to my parents and I actually even said, oh, I don't think it would work with Daisy or Maria. And everyone's like,
Oh my
what
gosh.
is that? Okay,
That
so like,
makes
why did you go on the show if you thought it was one of them and you didn't think it would work? And he was just like, oh, well, I still wanted to like try it. Meh, meh, meh.
OMG. Please, can we? Oh, okay.
This man, even when he's talking, it's like, I get nothing. It's just like,
And
even when he says something good, he just says something terrible
he puts
next
his foot in
breath.
his mouth. It's like everything is like, just It's okay. Just don't elaborate. Don't try to backpedal. Just take accountability and own up to what you said and just call it a day and be like, you know what? I shouldn't have said it. That's it.
And then just stopped. Don't try
yes,
and
just stop. Just stop.
and it's like he tried to put down Daisy and Maria in that way too, where it's like, oh well, I didn't think it would work out for them.
Great idea,
Why?
guy.
Why
Great
would that be
idea.
true? Good luck if you do go on Paradise and they're both there.
Well, Daisy is doing just fine, so
That's
she will
true.
not be there. Go
Maria
Daisy.
is too. Maria
Yeah.
doesn't care about this.
Yeah, Maria, come on. Maria doesn't need it. She does not need him. So,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
But yeah,
What else happened? That's
those were
worth
like
it.
my main things. I just loved
Yeah.
Hakeem. Like he even said, like, listen, like if you he has like four sisters, I guess. He's like,
Okay.
if you came to my house and you said you were in love with my sister, and I said why, and you couldn't answer, yeah, no, I'm not gonna be happy with you. Like, no, I don't think you're right for her.
Mhm.
And kind of just helping him realize like, no, you didn't love her. Like that was ridiculous. He stands by it and he said like, no, I am still in love with her or whatever. I was in love with her.
Mhm.
Um, he can't really sell it. Sorry, no one's picking up what you're putting down, Sam. Like
Yeah.
we're all a little smarter than that. We're not just gonna
Mhm.
like let you gaslight us into
Mhm.
thinking you were like so in love with Jen,
Yeah. It's interesting, like, this was just, I don't know, this mental all, and obviously at the very end of the season, it was just very interesting to see the guys come together and just reflective of, like, what the season was and what was going on that she didn't see until she saw the show back. And just,
Oh,
I don't
that's
know.
the final rose. Like after the final rose is
Oh
gonna
my
be
gosh.
so
Oh my gosh.
rough, but I can't wait.
I cannot
That I think will be good
I cannot wait. I am so
because I feel like
excited.
they're gonna pull up all the drama that
Mhm.
has surfaced, hopefully.
Yeah.
And then we'll find out who she ends up with. Did it work?
Mhm.
Oh, you know who wasn't there?
Oh,
Austin.
right. Yeah, that's right. He wasn't. I wonder why
That
he
was
wasn't.
weird.
Because he's
Even
in San
Aaron
Diego.
was there
He's
and he's
local.
like in flight school or whatever.
Yeah, right? Isn't he? Or I guess it's
Yeah.
over.
I
Um,
don't know.
but
Maybe it's
yeah,
over.
Austin wasn't there, and he's from well, he lives in San Diego, so it's kind of interesting that he wasn't there. But it'll be interesting to see who's there at the after the final rose in the audience. Who's there?
Yeah.
Are we finally going to see like Joey and Kelsey there and Joey showing support for Grant because Grant's the next bachelor,
Oh,
Joey,
yeah.
and you need to take him
Oh,
under your
yeah.
not take him under your
He
wing,
did
but you need to be like, dude,
Grant.
you're
Yeah.
amazing. Go
He
do
did reach
you.
out to Grant. They've been, um, so I feel like they'll definitely be on his season.
I hope so because like Joey's one of the best bachelors. So, and I love Grant, so not like
Hmm.
love guys, LUV, like in grade school.
Are you in love with him? Oh my God. Gonna tell your husband.
Oh my gosh, this younger
You
man.
love him. Freaking
Oh,
love him, idiot.
I know. But yeah, that'll be really fun. But yeah, so I'm just really excited for after the final rose, guys. I'm excited to see what happens with Jen and her journey as we see the
Yeah.
conclusion of her journey in on The Bachelor in the Bachelorette franchise, like this whole thing.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, she's
I
been
can't believe it's almost over this
right.
season.
She's been a great bachelorette. She's been
Yeah.
like, I love that she's herself. I love that she tells people off. And I love that she just is strong. And I feel like she's probably come from this, learning a lot about herself and just, what she really wants in a partner. And um, yeah, she's been a great bachelorette and a great first Asian American bachelorette. So it took them this
I
long, but she's amazing. And
Yeah.
I'm glad
I
she
am
decided to
excited about next episode too, because like we're gonna see her family and like
yeah.
see how the men and the scenes from next week, it looks like her family does not really like Devin. Oh, you were gonna say Marcus?
Well, I was gonna say
Well,
Marcus because the
both.
brother was like, you have had these relationships with men where I forget how he put it, but it sounded kind of like you put more into it, or
Mm.
like the guy
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
respect
because
this.
he knows that she said she loved him and he hasn't
Mm-hmm.
said it back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
But with Devin, it sounds like her brother won't give him his blessing.
ooh, so maybe that's what happened
I
too.
think the trans are a hard cookie to crack or whatever.
Good guys, you be hard to
Yeah.
crack. Yeah, don't make it easy,
Yes.
but don't make it hard.
Yeah.
But don't make it easy. Just
Mhm.
kidding. Do you? I look forward to it, and I do. Yeah, I
I think
really
it'll be good.
like. Yeah, I'm excited to see that and see her family because we haven't really seen her family because she like we didn't see hometowns with her on Joey's season, so this is the first time we finally really get to see
Yeah.
her family, and hear them talk about Jenn and just talk about what they think about this process and what they think about these last two at
Mhm.
the end. So, oh, and I will say also her top three, her top four, but her top three have been like definitely a group of guys that are not your standard that we always see, like in terms of their racial background and
Mm,
cultures. And that's
yeah.
awesome. Like, I love
That's really
that.
true. Yeah.
I love seeing that. So that has been really cool too. I've enjoyed that.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
so it just shows where Bachelor is heading, hopefully
Mhm.
better. So that's all I
Yeah.
have really. Is that all we have?
Yes, I mean, tomorrow we have another episode. We're just like
We're
we
moving
are
quick.
tired, guys.
Yeah,
We are working
guys.
hard and we're
Yes.
still cranking out these
Crank them
episodes.
out, guys. Cranking them
So
out.
we are gonna release another episode or record and probably release another one tomorrow, which
Yeah, we're
is
gonna release
Thursday,
it. We're gonna release it
um,
for
August 29th. And it's gonna be our star sign episode.
yeah,
We
much
couldn't really do
anticipated.
Yes, we loved the one last year. We
Yes.
couldn't really do it the same way this year
Yeah.
because literally we did the fantasy suite and then the next day was the ceremony.
Yeah.
I don't remember what happened with Joey, but I feel like we had more time because we definitely talked about 3 girls last time with Joey.
Mhm.
And tomorrow we're only going to talk about Marcus and Devin because there's only 2. Why are we going to talk about Jonathan? He's already out.
Mhm.
Our star sign expert, Natalie, my little bestie, who has had her baby. I don't know if you guys remember, but she was pregnant last time. And she's going to be with us and talk about, and she does not watch the show, you guys. Like, she kind of keeps up with it because she like supports our podcast, but she is not like following every episode. She's not like super invested. So she's like kind of an outside expert on star signs and just going to give us like what do the stars say about these potential couples. So
Let's see what
tune
she
in
says. We're
tomorrow.
excited to do this. So yeah.
Yeah, we're very excited.
So that's it for now, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us again, and then join us, like Julia said, for our next episode. And yeah, once we wrap up this season, though, guys, it's like a 2-week break, and then it's into Golden Bachelorette. So
But
you
do
might
an update.
we're gonna do a profile on Joan. We're
So
gonna talk
excited.
about her guys a little bit. Guys, I have to even like look at these guys again because I've
Yeah.
been focused on Jen. So guys, let's we gotta get into it after the season's over, and then of course we get a little break, and then it will be January and it will be Grant season. So and Golden Bachelor at some point. So we'll see.
Yep. All right.
All right.
Well, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yep. See you tomorrow. Bye guys.
Bye.